Hi, Lyndon here, and today we're going to have a look at a really important musical structure scale, which is called a pentatonic scale. And the knowledge of this really leads on to some other interesting scales that we can use in improvisation. Absolutely fantastic. If you're enjoying these videos, do consider clicking on the link below to buy me a coffee. Always much appreciated. So the pentatonic scale, as the name might suggest, is a 5-note scale, and if we have a look at one in the key of C major, the notes would be C, D, E, G, A, and then back to C. And if you think of that in terms of numbers of the scale, you've got the first note, second note, third note, fifth note, and sixth note. I'm going to put a backing track straight on, so here it is. Just going straight up and down the scale, so it already sounds really nice. If I throw that around a little bit, I'm just moving around in that pentatonic scale, so a really nice sound. Where you may have heard this type of sound is stereotypically Eastern music, so you get this kind of That's because this sound is a very old kind of sound. In fact, I did some research a few years ago when I was running a workshop about scales, and it turns out that one of the oldest musical instruments in the world that archaeologists have discovered was a type of flute, and I think it was either 5,000, no, more than that, it was 9,000 years old. And when they put it together and pieced it together and tried to get a sound out of it, found a pentatonic scale. So it is absolutely, it's a really old sound. That's why these older cultures, these cultures that have got thousands of years of music history, the pentatonic scale comes up. So every major scale has a pentatonic scale associated with it, and it's always going to be the first, second, third, fifth and sixth notes of that scale. Whatever key you're in, it's always going to be those numbers 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6. Now here's the very cool thing, that there is a minor pentatonic. So if you know your major pentatonic scale, you automatically know the minor pentatonic as well. Buy one, get one free, which is pretty cool. So all you have to do is to work out which is the relative minor of the major scale that you're in, and that is always the sixth note of the major scale. So in the case of C major's relative minor is A minor, so it's the sixth note, 1, C, D, E, F, G, A. A is the sixth note of C, it's the sixth mode if you like, and if you play that scale, we would call it an Aeolian scale, and that is also the relative minor. So in music, never give something one name when you could give it 2 or 3. That's C's relative minor, and every major scale has a relative minor, and the relative minor, the notes of the relative minor pentatonic are exactly the same as the major pentatonic. So in the case of A, the notes are A, C, D, E, G and A. And that would sound like this, which will be absolutely fantastic. Just change my backing track. And if I throw that around a little bit, sounds really, really, really nice, and it's exactly the same notes. A minor pentatonic is exactly the same as C major pentatonic, but the notes are just in a different order, and that's all it is. Now this is really, really worth getting under your belt, because the minor pentatonic is identical to another really useful scale, especially for sax players, which is called a blues scale. And we're going to have a look at a blues scale in a different video, which I haven't created yet, so I can't give you a link, but there will be one, unless you're watching this in the distant future, in which case there probably is a link in the description. So those are pentatonics, really, really absolutely worth your time and effort in understanding and learning. So I hope that's useful to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. If you've got any questions, let me know. Any feedback, comments, or anything that you'd like to particularly see, also please let me know in the comments. I really enjoy engaging with you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.